I've got to do my normal things. I never know how to start these, but we're live. We're playing something a little bit different than standard, but that's okay. So, yeah, we're live. I'm going to make sure that everything sounds good here in a moment. Make sure everything's good and whatnot, but we are back in Divine Journey. There is apologies for the black screen, by the way, but that should be pretty brief. We are back into Divine Journey. We're going to be doing some more work today, and I just want to kind of make sure that everything sounds good and whatnot. But yeah, so we are back here. So, it's not video settings, options, let's go down a little bit more. But yeah, today we're going to start working on, hopefully, apologies, through headphones on the other computer that I have to use because I don't have a second screen. But, yeah, we are going to start working on doing some stuff, with farming. We need to start working towards, just kind of cleaning up this village and planning out what we want to do with it and whatnot. There are way too many trees, and I just kind of want to clean the place up. It'll be better off if we do, and kind of secure the exits and all that kind of fun stuff. So, I hate these guys so very much. We don't have many arrows, so I'm not going to worry about them, but I hate them so much. But let's... Alright, I think the first thing I want to do is I want to just start chopping down some of these trees. And we're gonna kind of just play this by ear. But I want to get into getting machines. I want to work towards just getting a bunch of farms set up so that we can kind of do our thing and let crops grow and whatnot. And then eventually, if we hit F7, you can see how dark this place is. I want to change that. Also, this is not going to go away because it's connected to the wood. Alright, so we've been using this house, and I think what I want to do, let's go ahead and break this guy. This goes down to our, like, cave area. And I think what I want to do is just something like this. For right now, just to kind of see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we need to go back one more if I want to make this kind of nice and even. So let's just do this. Put a torch here. That should light up the entire area, and we can kind of clear out this area a little bit better and whatnot. But some of the big things that I want to kind of start working towards is we need to get machines for one, and we also need to start looking at well, machines mostly. So there is a progression through this mod pack. It's fairly simple. We need to organize things, and we need to do a lot. Let's get a chest. So this is going to be just for, like, Botania and stuff we can't really get into otherwise. But yeah, there's just a lot of things to kind of work on. I would like to get a tool forge. So we have some stuff here. So we want to get a tool forge. We want to get the Sterling generator. I don't believe we made that last time. No, we did. Okay, so we can get rid of the Sterling generator. Do we have the tool forge? Yes, we have the tool forge as well. Don't want to duplicate things, but yeah. So I hope everybody's week is going good. Apologies for not streaming on Sunday, but I had plans. Unfortunately, the plans got canceled just because weather. I was going to go to an amusement park, but I'm going to probably do that next week. We'll see. So, I don't know by next week, I mean this coming week. And that means that we're probably not going to have, what am I doing? Just use 6. We're probably not going to have any stream on Sunday. I might make that up, do a stream another day, but I don't know yet. Anywho, one of the big things is if we can make it so that this place is, I hate those spiders so much. If we can make it so that this place is a little bit more, one, easier to traverse, and two, we can make some farms. We can make some nice sized farms. That would be really nice. And how do we want it, like, where do we want to do this stuff? So, we have this building. This building is what we're kind of using as our home base for right now. We can use this building. We can kind of get this. We could put machines over here if we wanted. Or we can have full storage in there. For the time being, at least. Up here, these things are not really much use. But who knows? Maybe can do something with them. So this house, these guys are kind of all secured in here, which is fine by me. That kind of guarantees that we'll have at least some villagers. But let's get out of here. And, yeah, we'll have at least some villagers, which will be nice. Not all of them will die. And so let's actually cut down the birch tree. Something we might want to do sooner rather than later is go ahead and make some of the better... like, tools and whatnot. But there's another, with that guard kind of trapped, that's not the best of things. But let's go ahead and harvest some wheat. And I really don't know, I just don't know where to start with a lot of this stuff. So if we look at our quest book, that's usually a good place. This is why I play mod packs that are quest books, because I typically don't know what to do, and this stuff helps. So we have like 4 things we can do. Currently, we need to get into our first machines. We need to get into automation. One of the big things with the automation is going to be getting silicon is going to get us access eventually to applied logistics, and that's going to be really good. But at a certain point, we're gonna have to see stuff like the seed analyzer. We need blank slates, so we're gonna need to get blood magic. And in order to unlock this, most likely the first thing is going to be the sacrificial orb, which is going to require, okay, not nearly as bad as I thought. Alright, so we have this entire village. Let's turn this off right now. And fences. How bad are the fence recipes? They are standard. Perfect. Let's go ahead and have all these sticks. Let's put that stuff in there. That stuff in there. And let's go ahead and make some fences. And we're going to close the gates. So I know there's a gate over this direction. And it's getting dark, so let's go ahead and sleep. once it's night. And what we want to do is I want to kind of secure this place 100%. I don't want to have to deal with anything coming into the village at all. I'll figure out a way to deal with the pumpkin spiders. Maybe light levels will help with that. I don't know. But we can use... Actually, that corner. Let's go take a look at what all is over here. So obviously there's a lot of buildings. But there's a lot of area over here that maybe we can just go ahead and use for like for animals and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and close this off. And it will look nice. You know, if we actually... You know what? Let's bring this back one. And here's the thing with all this stuff. We're in a pretty nasty area. To be honest, the roof forest is usually pretty dangerous, but this will help. We'll kind of keep things out. And this entire area is just kind of dark. So we could use this area for animals. But I don't know if... Yeah, we could just make this area, we could level this area up a little bit, like, put in a little bit more dirt, raise this area up a little bit, and do, farms here. I think that'll be good. So let's work on that. And then we will get back and go make some machines, get our first stuff that we need. Machine chassis, all that kind of stuff. And eventually we'll be able to just kind of, well, do whatever we want. And so, getting dirt. I want to see, is there recipes for getting dirt? Can we get dirt easily later? Obviously earth essence. That's a tier 2 seed, which requires alchemic chemistry set. That's not terrible, I don't think. We can turn sand, and I believe sand we can get from, yeah, the sag mill. So that is honestly good enough for me. So I don't really care if we use too much dirt here. Let's try to make this look a little bit nice. So we're just going to have a farm here. We're going to have a handful of things. And do we want... So I think if we braise this up a little bit, that'll be good. And then we can just do like a... Let's head back to our stuff. And I'll get to why in just a second. Actually, let's go ahead and chop this tree down too. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make a border. We're going to raise up some of this land. So this little pit right here. And then we're going to kind of square off a little bit more of the rest. And terraforming is something we're going to have to do a lot. Let's go ahead and chop down some of these trees as well. And yeah, rubber trees. We're gonna need those later, but for right now, let's just get rid of them. Alright, good enough for right now. So, what we want to do is... Let's see. I guess let's put... we'll sort this here in a moment, because that's something else we're gonna need to do. That is full up on gravel. All right, so what kind of things do we have? We have a little bit of sand. That's good. We're gonna need some sand for cactus. What kind of blocks do we have? Not really anything other than wood. Can we make a chisel? Didn't I already make a chisel? Yes, I did. It has been a couple weeks since we played this, so apologies for that. But we could use cobblestone. We could make it nice, or we could use oak. So let's use oak. What can we make? Fancy wood. I always struggle with decisions on this type of stuff. I think wood parquet. I think that's how you say that word. I'm not entirely sure. Crates. You know what? Let's go with uneven. I think this will look nice. Not really. Alright. Let's try. That doesn't look bad. But I think we can do better. Fancy oak wood planks arrangement? Nah. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be circling our farm with wood, putting a little bit of a path. So maybe I think the short... Yeah, that looks good. Fairly basic, fairly similar to standard, but not quite. Which will make it look a little bit better. So what we're going to need to do... We're going to need some dirt. I don't think we have any. That is unfortunate at best. Alright, so we need a little bit of dirt. We need to do a little bit of terraforming, I guess. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that, other than destroying existing farms. So let's do that. Let's just destroy an existing farm. Get our sand back as well. And this will be fine. We are probably going to need to repair our axe here soon. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there's so much stuff to do with all this. It's just going to be a little bit of... It's going to be a little bit of effort. Let's level this out too. That looks fine. Do we want to do another one? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one as well. Get some potatoes. And here's the thing about this is we're also going to need to kind of fill in some of the other stuff. There's a lot of sewage around. We're going to need to... We could probably collect that if we can get access to some decent tanks in the near future, which I think a lot of the tanks were a little bit more complicated to collect than I'd like. We could... do some stuff, but yeah, this area is fairly hilly in the terrain, and it's also fairly well forested, so we're gonna want to clean things up, but this wall will be really nice. We have plenty of room in here. It'll be great. So let's get back over to our farm. And you know, I realized we should probably grab some water. And we'll kind of worry about making the village pretty again later. We'll give the villagers plenty of houses to live in and all that kind of fun stuff because we will need them eventually for a variety of things. So, have a little over a stack of dirt. That's good, but we need to go sleep. Another day has already passed. So, yeah. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, I am open to them. And if you want to know more about the mod pack, there is a command. Just use it. Should work just fine. But yeah, so any kind of suggestions on making things look good, styles and all that kind of stuff, I am more than willing to hear because I'm not typically that good at that kind of stuff. Excuse me. How do you... Oh. I was like, how did they get... No, they didn't get down. One more went in. Hold up. It's further down. Okay. So this is the area we're going to want to use. Let's go ahead and chop down this tree. I keep thinking that's like the outside world, and it's not. Alright. So that tree is taken down. And that should be fine for right now. Alright, so let's get a little bit of dirt there. And let's break a little bit of the stone bricks. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We'll make more stone bricks later. Let's go ahead and grab this. And we're going to do... Okay, I'll be honest. I typically like doing 3s around things, but I think we're going to do a 2 wide path. Like so. And so, if this is going to be the 2 wide path, this will be actual farmland. And so I want to make max size single water source farm. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can put something like this. Alright, that looks okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we just clear this back a little bit. So how's the frame rate doing? 30 FPS. That's not bad. Do I have... Just go down with that, and that should make things a little bit better. I mean, I am streaming as well, so 45. Alright, so it's going to fluctuate a little bit, but should be okay. Anyways, we can just dig up all of this and make our first farm. So we are going to have to cut into this area a little bit as well. And terraforming is really going to be an issue. But those will be fine. So before we do too much work with this, one of the things I want to do is I want to get an infinite water source over here. And that's something else. So this is going to be just a big farm. And that should be okay. What we're going to want to do is get... we're going to want to grow cactus and all that kind of stuff too. That's kind of the other thing. So we're going to want something. But let's figure out where... Let's see, where can we hide some infinite water? We could do it in this corner, but I know we have infinite water somewhere else. But let's go ahead and put an infinite water source here. We're going to do the 3 wide just because it's a little bit... actually, no, we're not going to do that one. We're going to do the normal. We're going to go like this. So, if you don't know, put water source there. This is vanilla Minecraft stuff, which, surprisingly, even if you're good at mod packs, can be a challenge for some people. Really just depends on how much you played vanilla. And I played a lot of vanilla. I've played Minecraft since early. I don't remember which version, but I distinctly remember the Nether being added. So that's a while ago. But I don't remember exactly which. I know it was before beds. I know it was before sneaking. Like, there's a lot of things. But then I stopped playing. I started playing modded, and I stopped playing vanilla. And now I'm behind again. So anything after the combat update, I don't know as well as anything before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where our water source goes, and this is our farm. Cool. So we'll have to kind of landscape some of this, but let's go get some more wood. I don't know why it's... Okay. Frame rate's going back up. I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully it's not too bad. So... we want plenty more oak wood. We want the short oak wood planks. And we have potatoes. Aren't chests expensive to make in this? Yeah, it requires more wood. So let's make... Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We need a mattock, which we have. Okay. So this should be enough stuff. We are going to want to light this up over here a little bit. So if you look at F7, let's go ahead and just build this part out a little bit. There's one other thing I want to go grab. And then we have to decide where we want to do all the other farming stuff. So pumpkins, melons, cactuses, and sugarcane are all going to be a little bit different than just this big farm. So we're going to want to do something about that. But let's get the short oak wood planks, finish this up. And we're going to have to do that one more time. So for 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Cool. And this will look relatively nice. So let's get some torches in the corners. And then like so. And that should be fine. Cool. So we can get rid of F7. Let's go ahead and put that back. And we need to use mattock. So just going to be a matter of tilling all this land. And I forgot we could do that. We have agricraft, so let's go ahead and do that. There's the water pad we can use, and this prevents us from really falling in. We don't have to jump to get out of it or anything like that. And we didn't lose our bucket, it just moves. That's just a thing with the water pads. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So let's go ahead and till all this land. And we'll at least get the farms for some of this stuff going. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so everything should get hydrated eventually. And perfect. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we do 4 like this, and then let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for the potatoes. We've been eating carrots more than anything, so let's do carrots for the rest of this. Actually, let's take a look at the quest book and see what we need the most of. In farming. Okay, so we haven't done the carrots. Okay, we haven't done any of it, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be all of our carrots. And then wheat seeds. We can always go get more of these if we need them, but we'll do the rest of the half as wheat. Now this farm will change eventually. We need 6 more. Seriously? It is getting night, so let's go sleep. And we'll deal with this in the morning. So the last thing we're going to want, I was going to use the lily pads. So we have a couple of lily pads. We could use those to block the water. However, there's no need to because of the water pad. So that's really nice. Alright, so we need carrots to eat. And we need more seeds. I think it was like 6 seeds. And then we need to kind of deal with the rest of the stuff. So, I think the rest of the farming stuff we'll kind of worry about. Actually, no, we can go ahead and make another farm. I'll kind of terraform this stuff later. That's not super important right now. But I think what we can do is if we chop down these trees, we can go ahead and get a little bit of, just break all leaves touching other things. That'll be fine. So just trying to think. Let's go ahead and put some dirt here. We'll raise this up a little bit. Make it look a little bit more natural. And what we can do is go ahead and just do every other. Let's push this out one more. Like so. We'll do some cactuses. Push this back a little bit. And that should be fine for right now. Sugarcane, we're going to want probably a little bit more space to do stuff with that. And that might be good to like go to a lake and just plant a bunch of sugarcane around it and then go harvest it every once in a while. Do we have... No. No immersive engineering. Alright. So let's grab the cactuses. We only need 4 of them. But we can also destroy this guy completely. And plant these guys over here. So that will be fine. The pumpkins and melons we'll deal with later. Let's get into some machine stuff. So, machines are going to be kind of what gets us progress right now. So, actually, before we do too much more, let's go ahead and make 2 more chests. Make some more drawers. And what we're gonna do with these, so we have one for cobblestone, Yeah, let's use one for drawers. Let's use one for dirt and one for oak wood. Let's go ahead and get a stack of planks. Alright, so that should be fine for now. Just to kind of help storage and all that kind of fun stuff. So, can't we make the other drawers as well? So there are other drawers. There's 2x2s, and then there's the 1x2s. We did a 2x2. We get 4 of those for each set. That might not be bad. You know what? Let's do one of those. Let's take this out. Actually, we need 4 chests anyway. So, we're gonna need what, 16 of these guys, and that will give us more storage stuff as well, which we're gonna do right here. And this is where we're gonna put carrots, wheat, and seeds with potatoes. So seeds, potatoes, wheat. And that will help with a lot of things as well. Just getting everything kind of stored nice and neat. We have more storage stuff if we want to use it for other things. In fact, I think using this one for wood might not be the best of ideas. We have a lot of skystone. Let's do that like here. We are running out of space, but that's fine. And we can put these in here. We could do, since most of the trees around here are oak and birch, do this. And then we can also grab another one for right here for things like greatwood logs. And anything else we just get a lot of. Gravel. Gravel will be fine. I actually don't think we need one for skystone, because this is the only amount of skystone we're ever really going to get for a while. So that's not as big of a deal. We could do sand. That'll work. So just kind of trying to make things look a little bit better in here. Getting things a little bit nicer. Definitely going to have to work on storage very soon. But yeah, let's get on top of the house. I said let's get on top of the house. I guess we'll come up here. And I'm going to just F7. So these are slabs, but there is actual like wood over here. So we are going to need to light this up a little bit. And that looks fine. So I just kind of want to light things up just a little bit around here. We have some more pumpkin spiders, it looks like. I hate those things. I always have. I always will. Those things are just awful. But let's go ahead and just make things look a little bit nicer. So I think we're going to use this place for now for our expert, for our machines. So let's get the Sterling generator up and running in there. Do we have any more bronze? We do. Okay, so let's repair our tool. Put that stuff up. So bronze axe, nice and repaired. Let's grab our machines. So we have a Sterling generator. So what do we need to make? So we'll go ahead and put the Sterling generator right here. We can store power in that pretty easily just by giving it burnable stuff. And so let's take a look at the quest book and see what it wants us to make. So we need to make machine chassis. So that's kind of the next thing. Machine chassis. Also wants us to make a redstone furnace and a pulverizer. So those are pretty basic machines. And do that. Alright, so machine chassis requires capacitors. Alright, all that's pretty straightforward. And other than needing gears, all this stuff is pretty straightforward. Other than the piston, but the piston is pretty expensive. So let's go ahead and make this guy. So we're gonna need 2 capacitors and a machine frame. And then 2 end bar. So recipe for this is what? Also, when can we make those? Arcane infusion. That's probably gonna be a while. Okay, so some gold nuggets, redstone, and copper. That's easy enough. And a piece of copper. Okay, so let's go ahead and make another capacitor. And we just need some iron bars. Which we don't really have that much iron. It's a little bit of a pain. It's getting dark. Do we have any iron? Okay, we do have a lot of ores we can smelt. So we'll go ahead and start doing that. But just a matter of, we just got to get some iron bars and we can get a machine chassis. Now we'll go back and get more stuff later when it comes to like machine frames, but they're a little expensive right now just because of the seared glass. That'll be easier later once we kind of work on a little bit more stuff. But I need a drink, so apologies. But let's go ahead and get some more iron, smelt it up, and all that fun stuff. The cool thing is we can pretty much whenever we want go get more. Just start lighting this area up a little bit. Pretty much anytime we want, we can go ahead and go get more ores fairly safely. It's not too bad. And yeah, once we get established a little bit better, we'll be able to make a lot of this stuff fairly easily, fairly quickly as well. Make more machines and all that fun stuff. But I just kind of want to progress and try to get to like the next. That was our last torch. Get to the next like. Major progression point. So if we can find somewhere in here. Oh, it's in here because it's a book. We have our achievement book, and if we look at that, it tells us that the progression is Tigris Construct and Thermal Expansion, Ender IO, and then we move to Quantum Flux, Mine Factory Reloaded, Runic Dungeons, Simply Jetpacks, and Big Reactors before going to the Icica dimension. So we've got a while before we get really anywhere in DivineRPG, but having to deal with the monsters and stuff is bad enough. So we need to make some iron bars, and that should make us the machine chassis, which is our quest. And that will unlock, we'll get either ferrous or iron I don't think we found too much ferrous ore. We have a good bit of iron. Iron is usually pretty easy to find, but the ferrous ore is not, so we're going to take that. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get the alloy smelter. That's kind of the key. Let's grab that. And alloy smelter. So this is going to allow us to make a lot of different things. And it is not too terrible. We're going to need some furnaces. And a casting basin. So, you know what? We're going to do something. We're going to go on a little bit of an adventure. And I think that's going to be probably the best way to handle this right now. So we have our sleeping bag. We have some food. Let's grab some coal. I know this is like the worst way to make... Actually, no, that's a standard recipe for torches. So if we look at journey map, it's always zoomed in. Why is it so zoomed in? We are here at this big village. Now we spawned, our original spawn point is up here, up this way. There's a huge village there. We found a desert over here with another village that's decent size. There was a blacksmith at that one, and we found a jungle, I believe. Is that the jungle? Yeah, there's a jungle there. So, big swampland to our east. But we haven't really explored too much more. So I want to explore a little bit west. And the main reason to do this at this point is let's go find a village so we don't have to worry about making more furnaces. Let's go kind of harvest a village and all that kind of fun stuff rather than, you know, doing the hard work of having to mine and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go this general direction. We have a sleeping bag, so if it gets night, we can just sleep and ignore the night. And we don't really need anything other than just whatever we can find. So, like, we don't need any berry bushes or anything like that. So let's just explore a little bit. And actually, if we head up this direction a little bit. I see some chickens on the map. I wouldn't mind grabbing a handful of eggs. Just so that we can start our own chicken farm at some point if we want. Which we're probably going to want to do. Seriously? Okay, so I don't see any chicken eggs. I really hate these guys. So if you have not seen some of the other streams, not episodes, I haven't actually uploaded the VODs yet. Well, okay, the VODs are uploaded, but they're not published quite yet. And that's something that will be changed relatively soon. But if you haven't seen any of the other streams of this, basically those are pumpkin spiders. You can tell because they have an hourglass on their back. They also don't like to line up perfectly with various, like, whatever blocks are around. But they're camouflage mobs that are not really dangerous as much as just really... Well, okay, they are dangerous if you get close to them. They kind of pop to life and start attacking you. Which wouldn't be a problem other than they really, really hurt. But they're not the worst of the camouflage mobs. That is in the desert, which we've seen them. I kind of avoided them. And yeah, just the pumpkin spiders are like everywhere. They have 50 health. So what, 25 hearts, I think? So it's just a matter of they are decently strong. They are decently painful. And they are everywhere. And I hate them. But yeah, you can see like that one's off of the edge because it is a spider, ultimately. But just one of those things of like, I don't like dealing with them. I don't want to deal with them, but they're everywhere. And they spawn like crazy. I don't know what is with their spawn rates, but it is a little bit ridiculous. So there is a witch's hut up here. I can see on the map. And this is a Coven Witch's hut, so this is something good to see on your travels. It'll be super important later. But looks like she left. Okay. She's probably hanging around somewhere. But that'll be super important later when we get to Witchery. So there's a river up here. This seed is incredibly forested, which isn't usually a bad thing. It's just I want villages, and there's nothing but forest for as far as I can see. So, where are we? We're over there. Let's see if we can see another side of the Tainted Lands. The Taint biome, which is not going to spread. It will be fine, but is a bit of a pain to deal with too. I don't really want to go in there because it's dangerous. But let's go ahead and get some ores. Ore gravels are free game, I think, on this little journey because, well, they're super duper common. It's free ore on the surface, so might as well grab it if we see it. But let's head north a little bit and we'll just do a loop. We have a satchel now, so we can kind of collect more stuff. And it'll be just as good. Really hate all of those spiders. There's a bit of a... Hey, there's a meteor up here. But there's also a bit of a clearing. So let's... You know, I'm not going to grab too much ore gravel. This is a major meteor. Wow. Cool. I guess we'll grab the copper ore. Not really any reason not to. So bunch of big trees. We want to stay away from those a little bit just because mobs like to spawn underneath them. And I did look up something. I don't know if we're going to see any more of them. But we've seen in the past some cyclopses. Okay, something just despawned here. But there's some tin. I think we almost saw the other camouflaged mob, who seems to be very rare. But spawns in like the plains and stuff like that. Whoa. Really? Some major caves. Hey, there's another village. Cool. We don't have to go all the way up to the one that I was going to go to. We can go to this one. And it's massive. So that is a good sign for things we want. Even has a moat. Wow, this is a nicer village than mine. It's smaller though. Slightly. So let's get in here. Seriously? Okay. And see what we can find. So we have, let's go ahead and take the cauldrons. Clay and bread. But more importantly, a chest. Get rid of the flower pot. Don't really want that. And we'll fix the house back. I'm not gonna be like mean or anything. All right, so there's another book place. There's a cow died. All right, so we have another chest with a bunch of books, torn pages. All right, now we're gonna need to get our satchel out. We also have some bread we can go ahead and eat. So I'm of course gonna do that. Let's go ahead and put some of the stuff away. And grab the books item frames. I think I'm going to keep the item frames because they could be useful. I actually don't know. And satchel, books. And let's get rid of that stuff. Alright, let's put just the books in here because there's a lot of them. Alright, another Tinkers. We can spend a little bit, go ahead and clearing this up. Freeing a villager. Because this is stuff that's useful anyways. We have an Alamite pick, it's not too slow. Break all this. And stuff like the basins are going to be super useful in the future, so might as well. But yeah, after this we'll head back. I don't think we're gonna find any furnaces here, unfortunately. This village does not look like it has a blacksmith, or at least not one that I can see from the map. We'll see if we can't find one, but we're just gonna rob this place of anything and everything we can get. And then hopefully, I don't know what is wrong with the world generation of this mod pack, but it's pretty bad. There's a lot of weirdness that happens. Alright, let's go ahead and take this iron or gravel. That's something we can always drop off if we don't want it. There is a bunch of spiders over there. Alright, so let's get up into here. And yeah, because there is one there. One there. There's 3 there. Okay, so I think we got pretty much everything that's here. That is a bit of a bummer. Alright, well, yeah, this is a much smaller village. let's take a look at the map. Where are we at? So if we head just kind of east, we can explore more. Alright, I think we'll do that. So let's get out of here. And head in this general direction. Yeah, this village didn't even have any farms or anything like that. So, kind of a bummer. But let's head up into the mountains. That's going to be terrible for our hunger, but oh well. We have enough food that we should be able to get back home at least. And I think we're going to have to make some furnaces. So if you don't remember, I believe the first stream, we made our first furnace, and it's expensive. It requires a good bit of coal. Requires a block of coal, actually. And it's just kind of, well, this is an expert mode mod pack. So it's just expensive. And if I can avoid making stuff like that, I would like it, but we're going to have to eventually make stuff like that kind of regularly. But at some point we'll have automated mining and stuff like that that'll help with resources. We can grab some stuff like this, and that helps as well, just not having to go out and mine constantly is just usually a good thing. There's another village. Let's go check that place. This is a smaller village, but I think it's more likely to have I think it's going to be more likely to have a blacksmith, which is what we're after. Just because it is... Actually, it's a pretty decent sized one. It just doesn't have a witchery. It's not a witchery village. So, let's see what we can find. Maple trees. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff here, a lot of buildings, but a lot of nothing buildings. They're great for the villagers. There's another smeltery. It does have a guard tower. It does have a Thaumcraft guy. Oh, it looked like that house was on top of the other house. Okay. So I'm gonna take actually all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and eat. It's almost night. We'll sleep. And let's just go ahead and harvest all this stuff, because it's gonna be better that way. And we'll have well over a stack of seared bricks, which is good because we're gonna need a lot of seared bricks for a lot of things. This stuff is not that hard to make, and a secret is we can actually turn this into the individual bricks versus the like block bricks by smelting it up. And we can also do that by just smelting stone. So that's something that we'll probably want to do eventually, is have a smeltery full of this stuff and do some sort of like automation. But for now, we're just going to take what we can. Oh, I was like, there's something here. I saw it on the map, but I couldn't see it. It's because we're using a blue slime part on our pickaxe. There's a chance we'll spawn slimes. Anyways, we have a lot of stuff in our inventory. Alright, so there's some things up here that we can go look at. like this guy. Let's go ahead and just put that back. I would really like the wool of bat. I'm gonna be honest. So we don't need. What can we get rid of? Let's break this. And we don't need the dirt. Okay, so we'll eat the apple as soon as we're hungry. There is not much over there, I don't think. So let's check out, not that tower, but this tower. And this should have something we want. Yes. So this is a Thaumcraft tower. And not really anything we want. Okay. Is there anything else here? I mean, there is the big tower here. There's a cave underneath here as well. There's a lot of mobs spawning, which is kind of okay. There's the entrance. So let's get up here. I just want to see if there's anything worthwhile up here in the guard tower. These guys don't mind. Got some arrows. We'll take that. And I don't think there's anything up there, but we can escape pretty easily. And let's just kind of, I guess, continue east. We'll see if there's anything else over here. I don't think there was. At least not really anything that I saw that piqued my interest. Just some farms and whatnot. But let's go ahead and continue heading east. Let's actually activate our waypoint for home. Just so we don't overshoot it or anything like that. But yeah. We'll head back home and we'll bite the bullet and make the furnaces, all that fun stuff. Hate you guys so much. I hate those pumpkin spiders. It's less about like the surprise of them and more about the pain. They have a lot of life and they do a lot of damage, and it's the only death we've had so far was because of a pumpkin spider. So I don't really care for them. Also, I think I see something over that direction. I can't really see it. Okay, it's oh, it's one of the farmers. There is also yet another village. Another one we didn't know about. Yeah, there's NPCs. That is from the DivineRPG. This is a pretty massive village as well. These guys are interesting. They're merchants. Shadow coins for different companions. And he makes weird noises. But let's go to the village. Yeah, another one. See what we can find. And there is the taint biome. Now those do not spread, which is really, really good. There's also an obelisk over there. Hey, it tinkers. Another tinkers. You know what? We'll go in here. Anything, there's a lot of bronze and stuff. Okay. Really just kind of giving this one a cursory glance. Lot of tinker stuff. That is not... There are zombies underneath here. We'll go ahead and take the torn pages. Go ahead and eat. The torn pages are useful for later. We'll need those for witchery. But collecting fumes, conjuring, and witch's brew. Alright, do we have... You know, we don't need a standard book. Let's go ahead and take the witch's brew. And we'll go from there. Conjuring, collecting fumes. I don't see why having multiple books wouldn't be a bad thing. Okay. So... we found a blacksmith that has some furnaces. That is good. That's what we want to see. Furnaces. That's such a silly thing, but... the ender redstone alloy. Ooh. We'll take that. We want the ender. Sure. 7 melee damage versus... not nearly as much. Okay. I hear, like... trying to break down doors or something? Also, there is something here. And disappeared again. Alright, well... whatever. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard an iron golem. So this village is big enough to have iron golems, too. We also have cultists. Alright, we're gonna mark this one. Because... new. Village with cultists. Because that's really important. Those guys are gonna be really important later. Once we get decently into Thaumcraft. Okay. I think we're good here. Let's go ahead and start heading home. And unfortunately, all of the villager guys are not having a good time. But let's get out of here and just head home. So we got the furnaces we wanted. And... we're not that far from home. Probably gonna have to sleep one more time before we get there. But we'll see. We're kind of fighting the daylight at this point. So yeah, I will be honest, today's stream is probably going to be a little bit shorter than normal. That pig came right for me. I honestly don't know how long I'm going to be streaming this, just because got things to do and whatnot. I'm running a little bit behind on recordings, but other than there was an episode that did not get up yesterday. Oh wow, we are going to make it home. Other than that, I should be able to keep up with my recording schedule. Just kind of forgot to upload something yesterday. Apologies. I apologize a lot. I'm sorry. But it's just kind of dealing with life and whatnot. But we made it home. So, let's clear our inventory. And, you know, I think we're going to use the bronze sword for now. We'll put the ender in here. Modded stuff. Torn pages can go up here as well. Yeah, we're gonna need to clean up like everything sooner rather than later. And grab the furnace, grab that. Seared bricks can go in there. Leather, all this stuff. And clay. And then we're going to have all these books. Can we not stack books? If they are stackable, we can. Okay, cool. Everything else can go in here. And ores. Let's go ahead and turn that off again. Ores go in here. Alright, cool. So, everything's cleaned up. Perfect. So now we can make our alloy smelter. And we need just 4 Invar. And this guy is going to be super duper important. Perfect. So what's so important about this? Well, one, raw beef. You know what, let's go ahead and we're gonna use this to cook up some beef. But in order to do that, we're gonna need power. And to get power, we need to cook things in there. So let's grab a little bit of coal. And we can put this in here, and it's going to generate 20 RF per tick. And this guy uses 20 RF per tick to cook stuff. We can cook things normally, like a smeltery, or we can alloy smelt them. There's difference. So what that is like the alloy smeltery part is just to kind of, oh, how do I want to say this? It makes it so it's, you can make alloys, so you can make like bronze and Invar and stuff like that. So we're gonna cook up some food because why not? And that was a quest. Now that's going to unlock other things. Now we already have dark steel. We have 6 that, so we're going to get some basic capacitors. Now dark steel is typically, oh right, we have vein miner, don't we? Dark steel is obsidian, coal powder, and iron. Get coal powder, we need to grind it down. But that's something we'll have to get to in just a moment. That's what the sag mill's for. So that's some steak we can get. So the next thing is reactors, which requires dark steel, a lot of dark steel. We also need redstone alloy. We need 6 of those. And the standard recipe for this is redstone and silicon. But we don't have access to silicon quite yet. So we can keep those in our inventory for now. What else we got? Anything else? What makes the power? Yeah, so we're going to need a lot of yellorium. We're going to need a lot of graphite, which is just coal. Just melting coal. And we're going to need a lot of dark steel for that. So let's back out of that for a second. And automation. What else do we have? So we can make a lot of things now. Including an inscriber. Dark steel. Alright, so these, we're going to need like 3 more machines. So let's get the sag mill. Let's get all these machines. So the sag mill, we're probably going to need another casing. Yes. So we're going to need 3 more machine frames. That is not the worst thing in the world, but also not going to be the easiest thing. So 3 more of those. We're gonna need some tin. So 6 tin should give us what we need. Alright. So let's go ahead and eat some actual food now. We can get carrots later if we want them and all that kind of fun stuff. So we need to put that away first of all. God, we have a lot of things we need to do. All right, so if we want to make 3 of these machine frames, so machine frame. Yeah, we'll just do machine frame. We're gonna need weighted pressure plates times a lot. It's 4 each, so it's 12. So we need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're also going to need this seared glass, which is glass with seared bricks. Alright, so we're going to need 3 of those. We're probably going to need a little bit more glass. But other than that... Oh no, we're gonna need a lot more of those. We're gonna need a lot of glass. Is there any other way to make that stuff? No. So we're gonna need glass. We're gonna need a lot of glass. Let's get... I guess... Let's get like a little bit of stuff cooking up. Let's grab a stack of oak wood. We'll cook that up next. Man, this is gonna be difficult. So this will be fine for now. So yeah, I forgot we have vein miner. I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that. That makes some things really nice to do. Other things, not so much. So let's get our stack of wood. And we're going to make some more charcoal just in this furnace. And what we can do is then if we need more, it's not going to be a problem. So if we need 12, we're going to need more... We need more crafting benches. Crafting stations, rather. So let's go ahead and put these in here. And not there. Just so that we can start working on getting more recipes. So we can start setting up recipes as we make stuff. And it'll be better. So we need 12 each. There is all of that. Now we're gonna need even more stuff, but that's progress. So we can turn these back into bricks just by smelting them up. And a little bit of a lag spike there. Not entirely sure why. But we can smelt this stuff up and it'll be fine. So let's... At least I think we can. I really hope we can. Otherwise, we need to make more grout. Alright, so put that in there. And we'll just cycle through the stuff as we go. Alright. So we should have our 10. Will these guys melt up? No. Alright, well that's fine. We can use cobblestone. So if we need more bricks, how many cobblestone makes a brick? So recipe for one of these, 36 seared stone, and with a cobblestone makes 18, so it's 2 cobblestone per. That's not too bad. So what we can do is just get this set up. Hate those guys so much. They spawn so frequently. So 2 cobblestone each. That's fine. And this shouldn't take too long to do. We can grab our ingot cast, and as soon as this is done, switch this stuff out and start making more stuff. So those go there. Now we're still going to need more glass. So let's grab a stack of sand, switch those, and we're going to take half of that so that we can power this stuff. And we're going to make a stack of glass. So once we have machines going, things are going to be a little bit easier just because of the nature of things. Now we are going to need to make some other things. We're going to need some conduits. Can we make energy conduits relatively easily? We can. Cool. So that's something else we're going to need to make. We're going to want some redstone. We're going to want some iron. Then we're going to want more redstone for other things soon enough. So, cool. While we're waiting for some of the stuff going, we're going to need... I really should put iron bars in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. New basic capacitor. 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. A piece of copper. That'll work just fine for this. And we should have 1, 2, 3, all the glass we need. Alright, so we just need the seared bricks. And this is where things get a little bit more annoying. Let's see if we can get this stuff working. So we have some automation stuff. We have a servo. We have an item duct. We should have gotten... We got timer and redstone alloy. Let's grab a chest. And all we need to do is we're going to break this guy for right now. Because I don't know if it's going to activate both if we do this. So how do I want to do this? So I guess we could hook this up like so. We put a timer here. Every 5 seconds. Put a chest here. An item duct like so. And a servo. So that should, if we take that, this should eventually take the items out. If we bump this up just another second, it'll be automatic. So this is just a basic thing. Now here's the question. Shouldn't activate that, right? Nope. Okay, perfect. So the only thing left to do is, I guess, will this work? Yes. We can get a lever, and we can turn it off anytime we want. But the problem is, let's grab this guy. That's not the problem. Let's grab all this. And we're going to put the pattern chest in the middle so that we can run the wire a little bit easier. So will this still work? Looks like it. Perfect. Alright, cool. So that's automation. And if we want to get blocks out, we can turn the system off, and it works just fine. So let's get our stack of cobblestone. Put the sticks in there. Alright, so we should have a handful of these guys now. And there is our seared glass and our machine frames. Alright, so we'll turn one of these machine frames with a little bit of Invar into our machine chassis, and then we just need to make all of our stuff. So the conduits we'll get to in a second. Let's get rid of that. And we need to make this guy. Perfect. Alright, cool. So we can put that in there. Is this already done? It is. Alright, we can turn that off. So we need to make three machines. So pulverizer, redstone furnace, put those in here, and then the sag mill. So we need good bit of flint. So let's try to find some flint. Now, was there something weird about getting flint? No. Not at all. Alright. So we have flint. We're going to need more Invar. And something like that, I believe. And we need a piston. Alright, so that just needs a piston. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 copper gears. Alright, well that's easy enough. That is reelamite, not copper. So we're going to need, what, 1, 2, 3. So 4 copper gears, that's 8 copper. And we'll turn that on. Then we're also going to need 2 more gears, but we'll get to that in a moment. So do we still have any pistons sitting around? We're going to need a piece of redstone. Actually, we're going to need more redstone than that. We're going to need 13 redstone in total. We're going to need a little bit of gold. We'll see if we have enough in the ore chest. We just need a couple of pistons. Have I already used pistons? So I used one for a Stirling generator, but I don't believe we used any other ones yet. So let's go check these buildings. So we got the piston out of there. But then there's 2 more buildings over here that might have pistons. And looks like they still do. So let's grab both of these pistons. And our farm is looking good. We'll harvest it here in a little bit. Let it all grow first, but there is our 4 copper gears, and then we need 2 gold, correct? Yes, gold gears. And that's just 4 gold. Alright, so piston goes here. We get our sag mill. Sag mill can be placed down. And this is out of power. So we need more charcoal. Which luckily we have plenty of. Alright, so we're going to need something like that. We're going to need 2 gears on each of these, and then we're going to need some bricks. So we're going to need to grab a little bit of clay. So let's make sure bricks are standard recipe. It's 4 bricks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get those cooking. Those can go away. We'll put the piston in there. And I think we're good to go. So I want to see, can we use great wood logs in a furnace to get charcoal? We can. That is good because we don't really have much use for the great wood logs right now. And when we do, it's night. When we do finally have a use for them, we'll be able to just kind of, well, grow our own trees. It'll be fine. So there's a pumpkin probably on the wall or something. Anyways, almost have our bricks. And glass is almost done. We're gonna want to extend this building this direction, I think. Or we take that out for a second. We're gonna move this. Actually, no, we'll move that in a little bit. So let's just try to fill this guy up with as much power as we can. And then we're going to make some more machines. So we have our bricks now. Let's go ahead and smelt up more stuff. So those will be used for the redstone furnace. We have our gold gears. We can turn that off. Gold gears go in here. Redstone reception coils. And what's the last thing we need for pulverizer? Requires the other piston. Of course. And that'll be that. Make this. And there's redstone furnace. Perfect. Alright, so 3 quests done. We're going to get some leadstone flux ducts. We're going to get hopper apparatus, which I'm not entirely... Oh, I know what that does. And then we're going to get some flint. Okay, so that is good. Good progress. So what we're going to want to do... Let's go ahead and take this out. Let's let this burn off. And then... we're going to place down these machines. And try to be somewhat intelligent about them. So, actually, let's do it this way. So we're going to have pulverizer, redstone furnace. For right now, this stuff is all going to be manual because we really can't afford not to. The Stirling generator is going to go in the corner. Sag mill, and I guess alloy smelter. Could we do that right here? I guess we could. Let's actually get our wrench out. It'll be easier. So, alloy smelter, sag mill, Sterling generator, pulverizer, redstone furnace. Now, what does this augment do? Allows for automatic transfer into a device. Okay, I don't actually want that right now. So we can put this here. It should be powering both of these machines, and then we can put a single leadstone flux duct there, and it will power these guys as well. So we're going to need more power very, very soon. But for all intents and purposes, this is fine. So let's move one of these guys over here. And this house is going to drastically change as we kind of go. But for now, that's fine. Alright, so that can go away. We're going to need to put the glass away for now. Let's grab a stack of cobblestone. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put flint in here. Stack cobblestone in there. And we can start working on, let's see, what else do we have? We have flux ducts. Okay, so we need more power. That is kind of where we're at. And if we want to make a reactor, this is going to be relatively expensive. It's not that bad, but it's not cheap either. But that'll be good power for the time being. But before we can do that, we need to make the redstone alloy. Which in order to do that, so we're going to need redstone alloy. And in order to do that, we're going to need silicon, which requires pulverizing sand or sag milling sand. Either one works. Although the sag mill is cheaper on energy by a good bit. So these guys are all going to fill up eventually. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and go harvest our crops. And we currently have ore doubling with the one thing. Let's go ahead and do that. We have ore doubling with the smeltery, so we're not really in a bind for that, but definitely want to get these machines up and running, and eventually we'll set up like good automation. We'll clear out an area underneath parts of this place and just kind of just make a nice big open room. And I have to remember that this mod pack does have vein miner, and vein miner is amazing. Alright, so we can go ahead and get this stuff as well. We're going to need to replant the cactuses, but that's not a problem. Okay, so 2 hours in, we're still working on things. Alright, cactuses go in there. And all this stuff in there. Cool. Yeah, I think one of the next things I want to start working on is just kind of organizing everything. We already had a lever. Oh well. Anyways, we want to make some stuff. So, redstone alloy is one of the new alloys we can make. We can also make electrical steel, pulsating. Oh my gosh, I'm just clicking way too far back. Pulsating iron. So electrical steel, pulsating iron. pulsating iron. And we'll get to some of these others here soon. But these guys, once everything else is full, it's gonna be a lot easier to get what we need. We're gonna need lumium, and that one's gonna be fun. Conductive iron, which we can go ahead and actually start making. So it's just iron and redstone makes conductive iron. We have a little bit of electrical steel. And let's see, what else did we need? So let's just get rid of these. I don't actually need them, so it's not that big of a deal. So we're just gonna need a little bit more electrical steel. If we want more of this stuff, we're gonna need silicon and steel or coal powder. So coal powder is kind of the next thing to start working on. But I wonder, double layer capacitors. How bad are you guys? Once we get energetic alloy, okay, which unfortunately does require glowstone, and glowstone is not easy to get for right now. Yeah, there's a reason why this quest isn't completed yet. We need to explore. And the thing we need to explore is going into the Nether. Now, that is honestly going to be terrifying. But I think we can do it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Before we do, we're going to want better armor. So, chest plate. Alright, they are vanilla. Infinite uses. I don't know if we can do any of that stuff. So Zavicio stuff is probably going to be a bit of a pain. Actually, not too bad. Flux Electrum. Flux Crystal. That's all standard. How bad is it going to be to get a jetpack? I mean, currently it's just a lot of lead. We have a poisonous potato. So let's just start working on various things. So let's start working on sleeping. So one of the things we're going to want to do, we need to go to the Nether. That's kind of the next thing. And it's kind of terrifying. We're going to need to find magical chalk. Unfortunately, it's relatively rare. Find it better in mine shafts and desert temples. But it's still pretty rare. Alright, so there's conductive iron. This is still working. And let's go ahead and get the conductive iron. Cool. So here's my question. Will we be able to upgrade our conduits? And it appears that the answer is no. Not at all. Okay. Before we go to the... I think we're really going to want to go jungle stuff. Avoid the jungle in the early game. Ender stones, which are pretty bad. And then there's a lot of stuff that I just don't know. We're gonna get to the point where I just don't know what's going on with stuff. In fact, we're getting close to that point already. Let's go ahead and grind up a little bit of... Actually, can we use... Here's a question. Can we use charcoal powder to get... we can use it to get steel. And we could use the steel to get dark steel and electrical steel. Alright. But we have to use coal powder otherwise. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get a little bit of coal dust. And... oh man, I don't know. Let's take that out for right now. And we'll deal with a lot of stuff. So, let's go grab some iron. We have a good bit of iron. Let's go ahead and grab a couple blocks of it. We're going to make ourselves iron helmet, iron... okay, everything but the pants. The boots. And the helmet. Alright, so we're now rocking full iron gear. That should help a little bit when it comes to not dying in the nether. We also need to get a lot of arrows. So just put like 3 in there. Actually, you can put all of those. It's a 50% it's a 50% chance that we'll get a piece of silicon. And with flint, we have a 120% chance of having an extra... or no, 125% chance? Whatever. It has a slight chance of having more. So we can do this and get the redstone out of the way. And that is a quest as well. But, can we chunk load this? We can. Alright, so can we like... just claim this entire area? Let's do that. And then we're going to chunk load using this. Just a couple of things. So just this area for right now. So this area is chunk loaded now, which means we can walk away from this and it should still be fine. So this gives us the redstone ingots. That'll give us another basic capacitor. And we really just need to go to... we need to go to the nether. Now here is an actual question. Flint and steel. Oops. Flint and steel is standard recipe. Okay. Fair enough. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put this somewhere far away. And let's go ahead and grind this stuff up. And we'll come back and we'll make more stuff in a little bit. But let's go ahead. Oh man, jetpack's not going to be super important right now. Plenty of cobblestone is. We're going to want to secure our portal very well, very quickly. What are things we don't want to lose? Let's see. To get this, we're going to put this right here for now. Let's get another stack of logs, get more charcoal. So we don't want to lose our sleeping bag. Our satchel is not going to be needed right now. And we're not going to need wood. We have cobblestone. That'll be fine. We're not going to need a wrench either. So let's get a piece of iron and a flint and steel. And we're going to go to the Nether. So, before we do any of this type of stuff, what we're going to want to do... Going to want a few fences. A few more than what we have, I think. And the reason for this is we're going to kind of fence in the portal. So we're going to put the portal... I guess... We'll put the portal right here. I think this will be fine. And do something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... is this the version of Minecraft that I can make the portal whatever size I want? Because that'd be really cool. But I don't think it is. So, apologies, but we're going to have to break one of these. Actually, this one. So, yeah, apologies for that, but... is what it is. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Piece of cobblestone on each. And actually, let's just go ahead and put obsidian. Not there. Like so. And there is a pumpkin spider, like... right there. So what I want to do is I want to kind of secure this area. We'll put a gate. We'll put 2 gates right here. And so I need 3 more fences and a gate. Do we dare? I wonder if it's because it's dark there. Oh man, we're gonna have to fight this guy. And he's gonna hurt if we're not careful. But, yep, lag spikes are not my friend. But, he's dead. Alright, I hate those things. Spiders have always had really bad hitboxes in Minecraft anyways, so it doesn't help that they're more painful. Alright, so we do have some more of this Terran stuff, which we can get. Realamite can give us corrupted shards, which gives us corrupted... okay, so that's going to give us things we're going to need later. And some of the stuff that we want is like the weapons and stuff. And the armor. But I don't know how much of this stuff... I really don't know much about this mod outside of just kind of fumbling around with it. I haven't looked at wikis all that much. But yeah, we're probably... I know fairly early into this, we're going to need to make a auto spawner. That's going to require blood magic, emeralds, the slice and splice, blocks of plastic, that's not bad. Magmatic sponges, that's not too bad. But it's going to require... honestly, it looks like mostly just a little bit of blood magic. So once we can get into blood magic, which End stone, frozen stone, or twilight stone. So we need to go to the ice dimension. That's the first thing, and I believe. Can we sleep? I believe the path to get there is fairly straightforward. That zombie better not be in my town. Excuse me. I want that too. Okay. I believe we can just fall out here. Perfect. So, I want to make some more fences. I will make a couple gates. And the whole reason of doing this is just to secure... hate those things so much. Just to secure the portal. So we don't have any issues with anything escaping or anything like that. So... we need something like that, and then I believe gates are like, yeah, so we need 2 of those. Perfect. Can put that away. Put that stuff away. Dirt. Alright, cool. So we're not going to be staying in the nether very long. At least not at first. Just because we kind of have other things to do. But we'll kind of get back to other things soon enough. I really wish I knew how to make those guys stop spawning. That's something I need to really look into. Because they just spawn constantly, and it's really, really annoying. Anyways, 2 fence gates. And I guess let's go ahead and put the other fence back. And we will head into the nether. I am gonna be honest, I'm kind of terrified. So we have blocks, we have flint and steel. We're gonna secure a home in the nether, just a base of operations to work from, and we'll deal with things later. So hopefully we get a good spawn. Like, that's the biggest thing I'm worried about. But, oops. Alright, I'm going to take a second. I need a drink. And, yeah, we should be able to just pop in. I wonder. You know, that's the standard recipe. Maybe we should enchant some stuff before we go. I know we have at least 1 diamond, if not more. So I'm not worried about most of the mods except for DivineRPG. DivineRPG adds a lot of stuff. Adds a lot of mobs. And that's what's terrifying. So we have 2 diamonds. We do. We can do this real quick. We have books. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least I had some books. I believe we can make them out of paper and leather. Cool. Let's get some enchanting going on. And we're not going to do high level enchants. We're going to do some basic enchants. And the bow is probably the most important. We're just going to do 4 levels. So projectile protection, Blast protection. Alright, so we have projectile protection, unbreaking, protection 1, blast protection. So, okay, not bad. Is there a better recipe for arrows? Oh, man. Arrows are kind of a difficult thing because we don't have chickens. And we can't get ravens yet because that's Twilight Forest. So hopefully there's nothing that's going to attack us that is... Actually, you know what? One last thing we're going to do. We have 5 eggs. We have... We have 5 eggs. We have the ability... Hey, this is mature, which means we get an ender pearl. We have the ability to set up a chicken farm if we can at least just make if we can at least make just a single chicken. So let's have any ladders. I don't see any. Alright. So let's make a lot of work, I know. There's a lot of stuff. I'm putting it off a little bit to go to the Nether. Not gonna lie. But more than anything, I just kind of want things to kind of process while we're gone. And whoops, wrong block. There we go. And one of the big things is we're gonna want chickens because we're gonna want arrows. There we go. Single chicken. That's good enough. Now let's get to the Nether. And we'll get to the Nether. We'll try this. And this is intimidating. What time is it? Alright, well, we're not going to stay long, like I said. I just want to get in, get a little bit of a base established so that we can avoid losing our portal. But as soon as we get in, I'm going to hit escape and let the world load. So we got the achievement. We should have the quest. And I'm going to I'm going to claim the chunk that we... Oh, great. So let's let the world load a little bit. Alright, well, this is goody. So on the bright side, there's a good bit of stuff around here. Immediately in sight. No awful huge areas of... There's a lot of stuff in here. No like huge lava lakes nearby or anything like that. And we're just gonna make a very simple hut. We'll make this stuff nicer later. A little bit less of a concern right now, and more of a concern just to protect the portal and see what we can do. So there is something right up there, and it's a heat scar spider. Okay. That's not something I'm worried about. Heat scar spiders are kind of whatevers. There is the nether something. There's something pink there too. There's a little bit more there. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. But let's secure. And even secure the floor. Now we could, and depending on how things are, we could go ahead and make this a little bit nicer, but this should be fine. Just put a torch on either side. And journey map. Portal. Enabled off, that's fine. And then we're also going to want to, nope, not the guide. We're going to want to claim, wow. Just claim those chunks. So that's it. Alright, I want to see what this is. Netherite ore. Looks like we have nether ores. I don't want to mess with those because, well, hi there. That's a thing. I don't know exactly what you are, but you have a bow. So we're gonna run away for now. I'm really not prepared to deal with the nether, but we have access to it now. We can come back if we want to try to grab glowstone or anything like that. And all we need to do is, that's an ender spider. We're gonna run past that thing, and hopefully get in bed before too much stuff spawns. So kind of the key point with that is we have access to the nether. We can go there, we can get glowstone as we need it. I'm going to take the golden apple. We don't need the flint and steel. That's dumb. We need to get blaze rods. We need to get wither skeleton skulls. Now there's also purple blazes called scorchers. They spawn everywhere, but they're rarer than other divine. Okay. And that gives us stuff. And this stuff is used for a scorching sword, as well as sound of music, infernal flame, which some of this stuff is really kind of weird. Infinite ammo, but only 100 uses. That's also strange. Hey, this is my house. What are you doing? Okay. So in order to craft the snow globe, this item allows you to enter the first dimension, Icica. Now here's the thing. What does that require? Actually, not too bad. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Do you mind? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead. We got a little bit of netherrack, and you know what? We're gonna put that right here. We can grab our stuff back, put that in there, and let's just grab a fresh stack of cobblestone. So we're gonna want to do some more quests. I think that's the next order of business. Let's go ahead and get through some more of the machine quests and whatnot. I want to say the thing we saw was a wildfire. They are quite powerful. That's not good. And then corrupted shards. We're going to need these as well. And that's going to give us... Ah, man. There's a lot of things to do. We're going to need a lot of frozen stone. We don't want to stay in Icica very long. That's good to know. And Twilight Forest is what requires a beacon. Okay. So we get the beacon. Man, this is going to be tough. I'm so terrified of all the mobs that I just don't know how to handle. Gadgets. Let's look at the gadgets for right now. So gold chest, we need... Well, we need gold. Quite a bit of gold, actually. And... You know what? Let's just look through everything and see what we can do. So there's 3 quests here. Iron door upgrade, which eventually we'll get some good stuff with that. But right now, I don't care about the upgrades. Actually, how bad are these? That is standard. So you know what? Let's actually go for it. I know I have a few upgrades. I have a couple of sticks. I can make more. We have a good bit of iron. Okay, so let's just do these. Do have a couple of these quests. So uses, make that. And that's a quest. We're going to get some oak trim. And the next thing is gold. We need 4 gold. And that's that. We'll get the framing table, which don't really care about, to be honest. And can we use these for anything else? We can turn it back into... We get half of the iron back. That's it. So... You know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade that guy. And then upgrade that guy. I think that'll be the best use of our stuff. Let's fill up the charcoal. And both of these guys. And... there's something over here that doesn't belong, but I don't see what it is. I'm wondering if there is the other... I'm looking for the other creature just because I don't know what that one looks like. Oh, nope, it's another spider. Of course it is. Alright, so, get rid of oak trim. I don't think this can be used for much of anything. Not really. We can make the framing table, but that's not super useful either. So there's a couple of things that we're gonna want. Alright, and then I guess that's where we'll stop for right now. With those. So we're gonna need more power. We're gonna need to get a reactor. That's something we'll probably work on next time. We're probably gonna need to go do some more mining. But silicon. So we need 10 silicon. How are we doing? So I guess with 20, we have 30 silicon. Come on. So that's gonna give us some sugar. We'll go ahead and put sugar in there. That's fine. And that's all we can do for that. So the inscriber, we need flux crystals. Okay, so the inscriber is not too bad. We could probably work on that soon. That's something else we might start looking at in the next episode or so. The next stream we do of this. But let's see, we need electrical steel. We need 8 electrical steel. And we're going to do something a little bit tricky. Because I want an iron chest. So 8 electrical steel. So we need 4 more. Iron. Why are all the villagers over here now? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 silicon. That'll give us the electrical steel. That's fine. Let's get rid of the stickies. So that will be done with that as pretty soon. Now we have access to both energetic alloy and solarium. There we go. But I want to see pulsating iron. We need 8. To get pulsating iron, we're going to need a lot of ender pearls. And it's cheaper to do it in the induction smelter. Alright, so we're going to need 8. The question is, I know we don't have that many ender pearls. We have 6. So how do we get more ender pearls? What's some of the best ways to get ender pearls? There's ender pearl powder. It's going to be killing endermen. Unfortunately, that's the only way. Resonant ender lily seeds. Any extras we get of those, we can turn into more ender pearls, which would be really nice. So honestly, the secret is gonna be these guys. That's all there is to it. So do we have? There's some electrical steel. What else we got? Making more machines. I didn't grab any soul sand. That's something we'll do later. But this gets us an upgrade, which we can then use. So now it wants us to make the vat. The recipe for this: 3 pressurized fluid tanks, which requires dark steel. So this mod pack gets you jumping right into dark steel almost immediately, which is definitely something. But we can at least start putting stuff away. Put this stuff away. How much gold do we have? Not that much, to be honest. Let's take 9 of this. We'll go ahead and smelt it up and get a couple blocks. And we're gonna try to complete some more quests. I think that's probably the best thing to do right now. And the big thing we need to do is just kind of wait on getting more ender pearls. That's probably going to be key. So let's do that. Anything else we want to put? We have a couple extra ender lily seeds. Now, if we want to make a cast for the ender pearls, what kind of cast was it? It was either a pan or a gem. So gem cast, we can make emeralds. Pan cast, we can make pans. I have no use for a pan, so we just need to grab an emerald, which we don't have, and then a piece of aluminum brass. But we have a whole bunch of villagers here. Hey, you want to sell me stuff? 18 wheat for an emerald. I think we can handle that. So let's grab some wheat. And we'll buy an emerald. Now, something really cool that we can do later is we can actually, well, harvest these guys. That sounds weird, I know, but we can harvest these guys for their, well, for their emeralds. We just smelt them up, and that's all it is. Alright, so there is a block of gold. We'll use that in a little bit, maybe. But let's go ahead and make a cast. I don't think it's going to use the emerald. Perfect. So we can... One, we have a good bit of gold now. If we wanted to make the gold chest, that would be a little bit of a pain. But, I mean, it's just as expensive any other way. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, man, that's a lot of gold. I don't think I want to do that quite yet. So, maybe making a vat would be better. But that's a lot of dark steel. And right now, we don't really have that. So... if we want to make pulsating iron, we can't cast this out, which is a pain, but that's okay. That's going to give us a better satchel. The pulverized redstone, gold, and then induction smelting ferrous to get shiny. So if you want Enderium, unfortunately you need shiny silver and tin. That's pretty bad. Enderium has always been one of the harder things to get, but I want to see something real quick. Do we have... Nope. Just more stupid spiders. Hate those things. Let's see. What can we do? How bad is the induction smelter? What is that? Grimstone. Oh, that's not really anything. So just a bunch of Invar. Do we want to make any more of this stuff? I think... Alright, so we have 3 Ender Lily seeds growing right now. We have 2 more. You know what, let's put 1 more down. And we'll let those grow. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and smelt up this one. If it will. That is the question. No, it won't. We need the magma crucible. So how bad is that to make? Magma crucible is nether bricks. Leadstone, yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, so I guess for now we'll just go ahead and plant all of these guys. And later that's a good way to get extra ender pearls until we find something that we can capture that will give us more stuff. So let's go ahead and put that in here for now. Let's see what else we have. We really need to just do farming quests. We need to really just buckle down and go to the nether and explore. But I think what I want to do, let's go ahead and start this. So we need to make some flux capacitors. So let's get... now, isn't the flux capacitors used to make jetpacks? They are. So the tubers one is completely useless to me. I don't really care about it. But we're going to make them. So the tubers one requires a little bit of redstone and lead. It's like 2 pieces of redstone and then just lead. So how much lead do we happen to have? We have plenty. Let's get 2 blocks worth, well, 4 blocks worth of it. We'll just melt all that up. So we're gonna need to go mining again here soon. Not much of an issue with that, but it's my chicken. Leave it alone. Head down here. Why are there so many of these guys? Okay, so I guess let's think about this. We need. Let's go ahead and get the lead. Let's go ahead and just do this. So we need to go back to the Nether. That is something we're definitely going to need to do. But I think before we do that, I'm going to take a look at what can we do in terms of what all can we do in terms of powering up. For example, crossbows. Should we bother making a crossbow? Can we make a halfway decent one? I don't know what the parts, but I know in the past Lumium is really good. But I don't know if there's really any of these that are going to be super good. Looks like most of the draw speeds are all the same with these, except for Enderium has a good arrow speed. Lumium is super fast. But then what's gonna be... Yo, Cactus is decently good, but I mean Slime is probably gonna be the best. Is Blue Slime even better? 3 seconds. No. Pink Slime is also usually really good. Yeah, Pink Slime is really good, but we can't get Pink Slime yet. So there's just a lot of questions of what can we do? What can we get into? What's going to be the best method of equipping and arming ourselves to the teeth so that we can take on all these terrifying monsters. But let's get a tuberous flux capacitor. Have no use for it because it's not rechargeable. It's pretty crappy, but it's a quest. And we're gonna get a dirt chest, which actually your stack of dirt. Oh, does it also store this? Nope. Once you take that out, it's done. So it's completely useless. It stores a single stack of dirt. Can we use it for anything else? Nope. Recipe, it's dirt around a chest. It only stores dirt. It only stores one stack of dirt, and yeah, it's bad. Anyways, the leadstone flux capacitor. What's the recipe for this one? So we need the tuberous one. And it's night. I heard the villagers running. Alright, so there's like a creeper right around here. Or not. Might have been underground. Anyways, so we are going to need the flux capacitor. So let's make a leadstone one. It just requires a little bit of copper, some sulfur, and some redstone. Let's use this copper. Where did I put the sulfur? Is it still in here? It is. Alright, so this will make the leadstone flux. I put away the lead. 1, 2, 3. This will make the leadstone flux stuff. Flux capacitor. So something like this. That, and that. Cool. And that will give us some redstone. We want this guy. It requires another one. Invar. Okay. And then we can just continue on, but we're going to need the flux electrum, and that's where we'll have to stop. At least for now, because pyrotheum dust requires blaze powder. We don't have access to that quite yet. Now the other thing we could do is we can make the thrusters, which will give us a fortune cookie. Thruster requires a steam dynamo, which requires, oh my gosh, that's a lot of gears. Okay. What's the actual jetpacks recipe? It's going to require a lot of those things. So we need to get a lot of poisonous potatoes. That's what I'm finding out. Alright, so should we... I guess. Let's go ahead and do this. So 2 more redstone, 3 invar, and 10. A piece of tin. Alright, so invar, copper, and tin. So there is the hardened, and we'll get some gold ore for that, which is actually really nice. So we'll put that in there. And what we'll do is... Oh man, this is the issue. Like, ooh, we have shape cards. We can make these already? Electrical steel, paper stacks, and advanced cards. Well, sorta. We need to make things... I'm surprised that one opened already. We're not actually quite there yet. Alright, so... is there anything else unlocked right now? No. Exploration, this is where we have to do stuff. We need... more than anything else, we need to do things in... we need to do farming. So let's go collect some stuff. Oh, there's now another villager. How expensive is a hopper? It's standard recipe. So you know what? How do we want to do this? Can we make a lasso? Requires cobwebs. Okay, so that's a no. Ooh, melon seeds. I didn't notice those before. Okay, so... how to make these safari nets, these basic ones. Those also require cobwebs. Alrighty then. Never mind on that idea. So I was gonna move the chicken and put him above a hopper, just so we can collect all the stuff a little bit easier, but that's not gonna happen. Not right now anyways. So let's head down to the farms. There's plenty of stuff here. We just need to harvest things. This is why I did what I've done. Let's also, while we're here, go ahead and chunk load this. F9. So this is one chunk. There's only 2 chunks here. So, there we go. So now we can turn F9 off. Just grab the rest of the wheat. And I have no idea how much stuff we're supposed to have or anything like that, but we can see that fairly quickly. I think one last thing I want to do before we end the stream off, because I am going to end it here soon. Like I said, I was going to have to cut the stream short today anyways, just because of I've got other things to do, and I can't stream all that late tonight, but mostly I gotta go record stuff and do all that kind of fun stuff. But before we do end the stream, what I want to do is I want to go back to the Nether. We're gonna get some cobalt. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get some Ardite. We're gonna get some cobalt. We're gonna get some Ardite. We're gonna pick up some other ores, and we are going to we're gonna make a better pickaxe. So Almite is fine, but a Manulan pickaxe would be really nice. Now I don't know what's like the best. If there's anything, I mean, the problem is I don't know like what's gonna have the highest mining level. I think so. That has cobalt level, which is what we need to get a cobalt pickaxe. And honestly, we can just get a cobalt. It's typically better anyways. But Endurium is also cobalt level, as well as Mithril. Don't really care about those though. Red Arum, Void Metal, Dark Steel is Manulan, but it's not super duper good. I want a cobalt because it has really good mining speed. Okay, so it's almost night, so let's just kind of hang out and wait for night. We have obsidian ingot. Okay, so we'll head back to the Nether for just a few moments. Something I guess we can go ahead and make while we're here is a door. We'll put that on the side of our portal. And we just need to go grab a little bit of stuff. Now the other thing we can look at is for the farming quest. We need 384. 256 potatoes and carrots. Okay, so we're getting close on the potatoes. Wheat's got a while, but that's okay. So really all we need to do right now is just kind of hang out. We're going to go to the Nether. We're going to grab some cobalt. We're going to make a new pick. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And we don't have to cry at all anymore because it's just not going to matter. We don't need to get a Manulan because it doesn't really matter. And then something else we can start working on. And we'll see how bad it is. I'm just literally waiting to sleep. We're gonna try to make our pickaxe silk touch. So we'll get to that in a moment. We just have to decide what other parts we want to use and go from there. So we're only going to need a little bit of cobalt. A single piece would be enough. And we'll also grab some soul sand while we're there, because why not? And we'll try to avoid any bad creatures. So I'm expecting the sleepable thing to change. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on. In case you guys didn't realize, I'm literally just waiting for it to be night enough. Actually, it didn't change, but I can sleep. So, yeah, this is going to be a quick run. Let's grab this guy. And honestly, we should be okay. So let's go to the Nether again, and this time not be so scared, but mostly scared, because it's okay to be mostly scared. It's the Nether. Yeah, there is something literally right out here. Alright, well, let's do this. And we're gonna do something like this to protect our door. Alright, so there's something right over here. But I don't see anything. And that's terrifying. Oh, it's that thing. I believe those are the Hellfires. He got closer. So there's some cobalt right there. Let's run for it. And I don't know if he, like, actually sees us or not. But I kind of want to shoot him. They make weird noises, though. There's another one further up the hill. Man, that's terrifying. Okay, so we got a piece of the netherite. I think he might have gotten closer. Alright, let's go back to the portal. We got a piece of cobalt. That's all that matters. Alright, so we can use this to make a cobalt pickaxe. And that's really all that matters to get... like, you don't need to make a manual pickaxe as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Oh no, it made a chicken. And we can make better swords and stuff. So what can we use this netherite for? If we grind it up, we can smelt it into ingot. We can pulverize it into dust and potentially a blood gem. Which can make a sword that has infinite uses. Or we can get more netherite, which can make a scorching sword. Netherite chunks. Netherite blocks, netherite lamps. And hot spike block, okay. I don't know. Anyways. Oh, really? Let's just kill this guy. Get him out of my area. There we go. Cool. Maybe at some point I'll be strong enough to like kill those guys in like one hit or something, but certainly is not the case now. So we can put this away. Let's get the pickaxe mold. Cobalt will smelt up just fine. And let's just figure out what else we're going to use. So that can go in there. That can go in there. Yeah, let's put these in here. Because why not? And pumpkin goes in there. Cactus. Whatever. Switch these guys. And we just need some food. So let's get a stack of carrots. Let's get like half a stack. A little bit more conservative. But, yeah, we need to kill those hellfires. And I'm terrified of them because they have bows. And I don't know how strong they are. I don't know what they're going to do. But there is the cobalt. We can go ahead and get an ingot of that. There's our pickaxe head, which is fantastic. Put that back away. And so now the question is, what else are we going to use? So we need to have a binding, which honestly, I don't think the binding does anything other than gives it a equipment piece type thing. So maybe we'll use obsidian. Can we use tool binding? Haha, we can. And then what kind of tool rod do we want to use? Something that is relatively... So with the tool rods, they give a lot of durability. It's actually a modifier, so you want something that's good. But you also kind of want to have something that's going to give you... I say draconic. Uh-oh. I didn't know for sure that draconic evolution was in this. I should have realized it is. But you kind of want something that's going to give you a good, not only modifier, but also a good, what are they called? The, like, reinforced, the traits. So, slime wouldn't actually be bad. We can make a slime tool rod. No, we can't do it like that. I don't think we have enough slime. You know what? Let's go look at what kind of parts we have. Do we have any tool rods? We have a slimy binding. How good is a obsidian tool rod? Not. It is not. So we really need just we need a decent binding. Iron would be good. Stone is not good. Most metals are fine. Invar could be good. Electrum could be really good. You know, Electrum, that's a really good modifier. Let's see. Netherrack is not bad, but it is stonebound. Stonebound is not that great. Paper's not good. Okay, so you know what? Let's go. This is gonna be silly, but we're gonna make... Let's see, aluminum brass. We need a little bit more aluminum brass. So that is copper and aluminum. What's the ratios for that? Aluminum brass. If we want to make this, it is 16, 32, 48, so it's 3 to 1. 3 to 1. So 1 copper and 3 aluminum. And what we're going to do is we're going to cast out a tool rod, which, believe it or not, we could probably just use a stick, but I believe we have to make it a tool rod. It's like a formal tool rod first. But, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab some electrum. We're going to make 2 tool rods out of this because, well, we kind of have to. It's either that or don't get any. But this should make a good bit of aluminum brass. Yeah, 8 ingots. And cast that out. And get the electrum cooking up. And then let's do it this way. We'll put that in there. Let's go ahead and go sleep before mobs start spawning on us, and then we will also go ahead and put a torch there because why not? So let's get the electrum first. Pour that out. We're going to have to pour another one out because it's only half an ingot. And with that done, now you can put the ingot cast back, put that in there, and honestly, just turn that on. So we have some tool rods. We're going to put one of each of these in here because I don't really want to use them anytime soon. And we can just go ahead and make a new pickaxe. So unfortunately we can't, I don't believe we can. How much tool rack? How bad are these again? They're not. So I guess let's go ahead and make another tool rack. Need a piece of iron. And we can start using our ender now. But we can put this here. We'll have extra stuff if we ever need it. But goodbye, alamite pickaxe. You served me well. Let's make a new pickaxe that is slightly better. And make a fancy cobalt one. So this is going to be a very fast pickaxe, but it's also going to be very, well, it's going to be good. Let's also enchant our ender. Got smite, that's okay. It's going to be a really good pickaxe. It's going to be fast. It's also going to be decently durable. I mean, its effective durability is 1500, whereas the alamite was like 800 or something. So, yeah, pretty useful, pretty worthwhile upgrade. And now the other thing we're going to want to do is we want to put Silk Touch on this. So it has 3 modifiers remaining. We want Silk Touch. And to get that, we need a Silky Jewel. So Silky Jewel is an emerald, which we have, and a bunch of silk cloth, which is gold nuggets around with string. So the question is, how much string do we have? Because we need 4 of these. So we have 10 string. And that's it. Alright, we do have cotton seeds. But what's going to be the best? There is the wool gin, which requires an iron column. Oh, requires a draw plate. That's nasty. Anytime I see that, I just skip it. We can pulverize wool into string. And we only have 2 wool anyways. So let's you know, I sold some cotton not that long ago. just like outside the walls. I thought, anyways. Let's see. Let's, how much string are we gonna need? We're gonna need a good bit. Uh-oh. Ow. Because in order to get enough cotton, we're gonna need a lot of string. Let's just put it that way. There's a bunch of spiders right there. Alright, let's get back into our base. And let's see, what's going to be the best way to do this? If we want more string, I mean, obviously we can start growing cotton. Let's grab our cotton seeds, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to, wrong one. Because I don't think flax is in this, is there? No. No flax, which is kind of a shame. So we need 4. So we need 4, 8, 12, 16, 22. 22 more string. So what we can do is we could, if we could get out, is there any cotton just kind of hanging around? I thought I saw some in the base itself, but evidently I didn't. So if we can get a little bit more cotton seeds, we might be able to do this fairly easily. Just by growing it in here. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and replant the carrots. So we just need to find some cotton. Alternatively, we could shear sheep, and that might be easier, actually. Yeah, I think that might be easier. Let's do that. So I think we can make wood shears, can't we? Yes. Perfect. So I will go ahead and start growing cotton. But there's a lot of sheep over here. And we can get wool from them, and then just use that wool in the... Okay, if these sheep ever wanted to come down... and eat grass. So each one of these is going to be a bit of string. And we don't really need that much. I don't really want the leaves. Okay, so that might... Oh, there's the cotton. I knew I had seen some cotton. I just couldn't remember where. Alright. So we have the cotton. We can grow more cotton. We have cotton seeds to grow more cotton. And honestly, that's really all we need to do. So, we have our farm. We'll go ahead and have all the cotton growing here. I'll just need to remember it more than anything. But with cotton there, let's go ahead and shear you. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do that too. Can't vein mine that because it will destroy the farm. So we'll just do that. And this is already a lot nicer. Cool. So let's go back to our base. We should have everything we need. And see how bad this is. So, ow, I'm on your side. I think its aggro is on him and not me. So that was actually kind of cool. Let's go back. We should have enough stuff to do this. So put that in there. Goes in there. Dark oak. So we have 5 wool. We have 7 wool. So we need 1, 2, 3. We need 6. Let's go ahead and sleep. So 6 wool will give us all of the string we need. Put the rest of the stuff in there. Pulverizer. And this won't take too long. So we'll get this taken care of. And yeah, extra pair of shears. We'll just put those in there. That's fine. So we didn't get any of the soul sand. We'll do that later. But with the silky pick, we can go to the nether and start mining as well. Because the nether ores, this is why we're doing this. The nether ores tend to explode. They also attract pigment, which I didn't see any, but I'm sure they will still spawn. If we use Silk Touch, we don't have to worry about that. Now the other nice thing is with Silk Touch, we don't have to worry about we can mine everything. We can bring it back up here. We can pulverize it. We can ore process it a little bit differently, and it's a little bit better. By the way, these berry bushes, when I actually start sitting down and growing them, they're going to be very specifically we're going to do things to make sure that they don't spread so much. But anyways, with a new pickaxe, new gear, I think that's going to be where we're going to stop the episode 4 of the episode. I keep saying that. We're going to stop the stream here. I think that's a good wrapping up point, a good kind of break point. So the next stream will be on Friday. We will go back to our regular schedule of Overwatch will be Friday. We have plenty of stuff to do in that and just kind of playing Overwatch in general. The Halloween event should be coming soon, I'd imagine, if it's not already live. So maybe we'll get lucky and that will happen, but we'll see. And yeah, I will work on getting the VODs up for the past couple of weeks on the YouTube channel here soon. All that information can be found down below. One of the little blurbs is all the links. So yeah, stream will be Friday. Will be hopefully close to 2. I'm going to try to be on at 2, but we'll see what I can do and whatnot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out. It was nice to get back into this mod pack. I'm going to do some research before we play it again, which we'll probably do that on Sunday. If we stream on Sunday. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm going to be going to the amusement park this week. I don't know if the weather is gonna cooperate or not. I don't know yet. So there might be a stream, there might not be. But either way, I'll let you guys know. Twitter, Facebook, and I'll let you guys know Friday. But anyways, might do a stream on Saturday. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. The VOD for this will be up soonish. And yeah, we will go from there. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.